No one would have thought that a night in Tokyo would end in a moment so emotional, so intense, and so shocking that it would freeze the whole world. After the drama that happened last night, Taehyung returned to the hotel alone, while Jungkook disappeared into nowhere. Finally, the big piece of the puzzle begins to unfold. And it all started with one most unexpected incident. Jungkook came to see Taehyung to apologize. The first source to trigger this information storm was a hotel staffer on duty in the morning shift. At 5:12 Japanese time, when most of the city was still asleep and only the lobby lights were dimly lit, the hotel's front door opened. Not dramatically, not with the crowd, but quietly. And the figure of Jungkook enters alone, head down, wearing a black jacket and beanie hat, as if wanting to hide from the world. No câmeras, no bodyguards, no smiles. His face looked very tired, as if bearing the weight of one world on his shoulders. However, what happened next shocked the entire hotel staff. Jungkook didn't go straight to his own room. As soon as he passed the lobby, he went straight to the elevator, but not to the floor where his room was. He went up to the floor where Taehyung was staying. Eyewitnesses described something so emotional. When Jungkook stood alone in front of Taehyung's door, he looked doubtful. It doesn't knock right away. He stood for almost 2 minutes without moving, holding his phone as if he were writing or erasing something, probably trying to put the words together correctly before meeting the person he wanted to meet. Then finally it knocks. That IT took a few seconds, and the door opened, slightly, not fully, enough to reveal Taehyung still wearing the same hoodie as last night, with a face that clearly hadn't slept. But that wasn't what made the witness freeze. Taehyung's expression changed as he saw who was standing in front of him. There was no anger, no great surprise, just a very deep relief, like someone who had been waiting for that arrival all night. Witnesses who happened to pass through the corridor said that after the door opened wider, the first sound that was heard was Jungkook, a quiet, almost breaking sound, which could only be interpreted as an apology. 미안해, sorry. The sound wasn't loud, but it was enough to turn the atmosphere into something that couldn't be explained in words. Taehyung didn't reply with words at the time. He merely gestured for Jungkook to come in, and after that the door closed, leaving the rest of the world with no answer, but with millions of theories in his head. The story does not end there. 30 minutes later, a member of the room service staff brought drinks to the floor after receiving a surprise order on the hotel system. As he arrived, Taehyung's bedroom door opened slightly, and for a few seconds, he witnessed what he never imagined. Jungkook and Taehyung sitting face to face on the couch, with no camera, no acting, no one but the two of them. Taehyung lowered his head as he rubbed his face, as if wiping away tears, while Jungkook held onto his shoulder, speaking slowly, and this time not in a cold voice, not full of tension, but in a soft tone that could not be misinterpreted. The witness even said one thing that immediately made the internet explode. Jungkook's expression looked full of regret, while Taehyung was seen trying to calm himself down, as if the moment was not just forgiving but also fixing. After the room service left the area, no one knew what happened in the room for the next few hours, but at 8:41, the door opened again. Taehyung and Jungkook go out together, not far from each other, not looking awkward but walking side by side. Taehyung patted Jungkook's back slowly, a small but meaningful gesture. Jungkook smiled a little, the first smile since the two arrived in Japan. And without saying anything, the two made their way to the hotel restaurant for breakfast, as if the drama-filled evening finally had an answer. From their social media exploded. Fans from all over the world began to compose possible stories. Did they quarrel? Did last night's business meeting go badly? Did Jungkook blame himself? Does Taehyung feel guilty for leaving Jungkook alone? Whatever happens, one thing is clear. Jungkook returns not to continue the drama, but to improve. He came not with a camera, not with a team, but alone, right to the door of the room of the first person he wanted to meet. And although the world still doesn't know what happened in that secret Japanese meeting, everyone agrees on one thing. Whatever Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship is, it's no ordinary relationship. There is depth, there is emotion, there is caring, and there is honesty to apologize when necessary. That's the reason why this morning's moment left the internet speechless. not out of drama, but out of genuine humanity, which is rarely seen amid the glitter of the celebrity world. Is everything done? Have their problems been resolved? Or is this just a new chapter of something even bigger? What is clear, the world will continue to follow their every move, because when Taehyung and Jungkook are silent, the world wonders. But when the two got back together without even a word, the whole world was relieved. And for the first time since that Japanese drama began, everything feels a little calmer, but the calm did not last long, as the world was again shocked by one new detail that emerged from a hotel restaurant staff. When Taehyung and Jungkook sit down to breakfast, the two don't choose a corner table to hide themselves as usual. They sat at a table by a large window overlooking the city of Tokyo, an open space, as if they no longer wanted to hide from the world, or perhaps did not care if the world saw. And from the moment they sat down, the expressions of both showed something much deeper than just sticking back. Jungkook appears to be talking most of the time, hands folded yet a serious face, while Taehyung listens, occasionally nodding slowly. There was no tension, but there was an important conversation, a conversation that seemed to determine the next big step. The witness hears fragments of the conversation, not the whole, just fragments of words. They hear the words "work together," "big decisions," "can't back down," and "let it all happen." These words immediately sparked a big rumor. Is Jungkook's apology not only about emotions, but also about career decisions? Are the two of them preparing to do something that the other party doesn't agree with? Maybe HYB, maybe industry, or maybe the world. Even more surprising, when the two finished breakfast and prepared to leave the restaurant, Jungkook stood up first. Taehyung followed, and before stepping away, Jungkook lowered his head slightly towards Taehyung, as if saying one brief sentence silently. But the restaurant CCTV cameras captured Taehyung's expression afterwards, an expression that can't be equated with anything other than pride, relief, and perhaps approval. That was the moment that made fans even more convinced. No matter what happened last night, the apology was not the end of the story, but the beginning of something much bigger. The world may not hear what they agree on, but their body language speaks very clearly. They are again on the same side. After eating, the two returned to the elevator, remained side by side. At the last moment before the elevator door closed, Jungkook turned slightly towards Taehyung and smiled. A small smile, a warm smile, a smile that seems to say thank you for staying. And Taehyung responded with a light pat on the arm. Not dramatic, not excessive, just enough to give the message, we're fine. There were no official statements, no clarifications from the management. But thousands of fans' analysis videos appear in a matter of minutes. They compared expressions, hand movements, walking distance, to the dynamics of eye contact. And the biggest conclusion shared by almost the entire fandom is the same. The apology wasn't just about a minor issue. It's something that has depressed both, maybe for months, maybe longer, and that Tokyo morning was a turning point. The world is now waiting for two things. When will Taehyung and Jungkook appear in public together? And what projects or surprises do they seem to be preparing? Because after what was seen this morning, one thing is increasingly clear. If the night before shook the world with tension, this morning shook the world with hope. Two legends who had walked apart are now stepping back, side by side. And from now on, the world can only wait for the surprise they prepare next, because whatever it is, one thing is certain. Taehyung and Jungkook never get back together just for a little thing.